Good morning, everybody. This is Momin at Momin's Art, and today, let's start today's class. Is a session number 10, class number 10 of the spring session, and I will be rendering a cityscape, which is the today's topic, and that would be today's the last class for the spring session, class number 10. I will be announce the subject matter for this summer session, which is not concluded yet, but I will reveal the subject matter, which I mentioned earlier a little bit, and I will go through with the subject matter later on. Probably I'm gonna just conduct random classes uh, during the from now to summer. So let's start the class. Today's I picked up Cityscape, which is old uh, old town Toronto, and it's called the Distillery District. And I took the picture maybe a long time ago, and you can see the reference photo. Let me put the reference photo on the page on the video so you guys can see what we're dealing here today. I'm going to discuss a little bit and how to simplify your painting, how to create the light and all that, right? So we're going to discuss a little bit and then we'll go and start the painting. I sketched it already, you saw it. So this is the picture, and there's two people sitting. There's a person try to get on his bike, and lot of pipes on front of the gate, which I don't want to paint because it's kind of ruined the look of the building. That beautiful building, the Distillery District, old town Toronto. So here the truck is the very iconic. I kept the truck. I removed these bikes and garbage can from the front of the door. I don't want any obstruction on the door. So canopy, I kept it. Definitely the people sitting and having a chat or coffee, I kept it. And those two windows are, I kept it. So the lamppost, I moved it on the right side. I will show you actually. I don't want to, like I said, you don't need any obstruction. The building, the subject matter you try to paint. If you copying everything here, then this reference photo is good to just to get a like a place where this is right. You don't want to paint everything. Like there's some like plants are sitting. There's a chair. I don't want anything in front of my the gate of this building, and it's a beautiful gate of that the this building. So I will keep it. And these the monuments and the on the side, I didn't put all of them because it's creating a little bit. Although it looks good in the picture, but it creating a little bit confusion, right? The sky is beautiful. The clouds are amazing on this, but I'm not here for the sky, right? We're not here for the painting for the sky. We are here for this building and the canopy and people enjoying the time. And this truck, basically, that would be my focal point. And the gate of the building, the gate and the windows. So let's start, and let me just go make it smaller so you guys can see also what I'm painting today. And let's put this here actually on this corner. Okay. So let's start the painting. I hope someone is there. Let me see who's there. Let me check if everything is fine. I want to make sure the uh, the video running fine. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, let's check if the mic is working and everything is working. So I'm gonna check on my phone, see everything is fine. Okay, everything is good. Let's start the class. I will gonna render this. I will explain time to time what I'm trying to do here. right? And we'll see. We'll go from here. Okay. All right. Okay, so the brushes I have is again is a Fumui brush, synthetic, no natural hair. It works really good. Actually, not a those are not a bad brushes, and I would recommend if somebody very very not very pricey, you can get it from Amazon. Rosemary and Co. Again, my favorite brushes from England. You can order online. I use the dagger brush all the time. Famous dagger brush. I have this Chinese calligraphy brush. Someone gave me. Sir Joe Dowden gave me at the Toronto Watercolor Society exhibition in Italy long time ago, 10 years ago. So these are very good brushes also if you can get your hands on it. I don't know where to get it. I'm gonna try use it on the sky because I don't need a big mob brush, right? It's just a small area. So this again the Fumi number 8 round brush. I'm gonna use it, and these are the brushes that basically I'm gonna use for this painting. It's not a very big painting, small painting, so you don't need a lot of big mob brushes or big supply. Just keep it simple as possible. You don't want to make it too complicated, right? Let's zoom in a little bit, and we'll start the painting now. Okay, so I will go with my this brush, beautiful small mob brush. I will put some water here on the sky, and because I need a very soft type of wash it here. I don't need any big drama here on the sky, so I will keep it very simple. I was thinking I don't even put anything here in the sky. So because of the I will explain why I'm painting the sky a little bit, because I want to bring down this wash up to here in the trees. You see on the right side there's a trees here. Let me just put the picture on. Actually, I forgot. Okay, here. So the trees on the right side. Basically, that's why I'm making this paper wet so I can render those trees quickly, right? Instead of, or I can put without, soaking the paper. I can do that also. But since I have to work here, so I'm putting all this wetting the paper, and I'm not painting on the person. I want to keep this figure open. Here on the right side, that's where I'm assuming I changed the light also. Sorry, I forgot to mention. I will bring some light from the west. Basically, this is on the right side. You're looking at is the west side. So I will keep the uh, light coming from the west, and I will cast some shadows also because the reference it has no light. This is very when I took the picture, it was very flat day, right? Like there was no light overcast, and there was no light whatsoever. You can see very small shadows, very soft light, but I will create some light here in my painting. So okay, so I did this. Now I'm gonna get some Prussian blue uh, mixed with my French ultramarine. This Prussian blue is made by Winsor Newton, and the French ultramarine is the Daniel Smith. It works really good, the Daniel Smith French ultramarine, but it dries. It doesn't retain its softness. Like if you leave it on a palette, you have to put some kind of a you have to put some water before you start the painting. Usually, the good paints, when you have a good paint, they don't dry on the palette, but it's fine. It works really good. It has such a beautiful transparency, right? It's such a nice, beautiful, transparent color. I use other paint also. I just don't use the one brand. I use the M. Graham. M. Graham colors are good. Depends what color are you using. M. Graham's good, and Van Gogh colors are good. QOR made by Golden, beautiful colors. You can use that. I would recommend to anybody. Those colors are the beautiful color. Winsor Newton, good. And okay, I just paint on the flag, which I was try to keep it. Not no problem. We use some white paint afterwards and get this done. I made a mistake. I was talking and see that these are the things you don't want to accidentally delete something in your painting when you're working. You are you need to be a little bit more focused, right? Otherwise, if you are uh, ignoring certain things, because since it's so many things in a painting, right? It's easy to delete something, easy to add. I mean, like not sorry, not add. Delete something, easy to delete something. So, okay, I'm done with this brush. As you can see, that brush was very soft, right? And it doesn't retain its position at one place. So here, look at this. So it's very soft for small work like that. It works really good. But if soon as you come to get more detailed work, more sharp work, then you need some kind of a brush, which is these brushes are very good. These are Sable Blunt. These are made by Rosemary and Co. These brushes works really good. See, you can see that it it retain the water and it just stay very. It's very stiff. It's not very soft like the other brush. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use this now. The synthetic brush made by Fumi, number 14. Paper I'm using is a Fabriano cold press, 100% cotton, and a rough surface. Good paper, cost effective. I use it all the time. If you want, you can use it too. You can order online. You can get it from the local supply store, art supply store. It is very not very expensive, not very uh, you know. It's a good paper. I use it all the time. So if you want, you can use it also. All right, so here I put some sap green and I'm gonna mix the colors right on the paper. I will bring the trees up to here because there are the trees in the background. I use the I I will use this trees because I need some dark. I remove all the cars. I don't want to paint all the cars, right? The cars are hard to paint all these cars, although we are working on the cityscape, but I would I wouldn't be worried about too much about the cars because there's so many cars, right? Yes, I can put like few maybe here, but again, I just want to help my painting. Cars not helping my painting, so I don't need the cars. Whatever is helping my painting, I'll keep it, and it looks good. Otherwise, I don't need it. I don't need anything which is not helping my painting, and I'm working more, so I don't need that subject in my painting. So and here and you do the same thing. You don't wanna get something that you don't need it. It doesn't look good on your painting, and just take it out, eliminate that part. You don't need it. Delete, add, simplify your painting. That's what the whole idea is. See that the trees I'm bringing in the back because I need this. It's helping this truck, right? The truck, I need more contrast, more focus on the truck. So these trees, whatever is in the background, are helping my the truck. I'm going to render shortly. Okay, and I have some mineral gray or something made by Daniel Smith. I'm going to use this. Just put a little bit here underneath these bushes or trees. Get some dark color, right? So I can have some here. Now I'm going to put some cadmium orange also. Just tone it down that the boring part of the green. Just put a little bit here and there. Too much green, not very good. Any color dominating your painting is not good. You need to, like you, as you simplify your painting, you need to simplify the other part of the painting also. Just put some color that is not there. Just put somewhere, right? in a painting. Now I'm gonna get some uh, this beautiful cadmium yellow, and I will put these also because I need some more richness and tone down that green color, so I will put this also just randomly. I don't need to work very precisely here, or you don't need to work very precisely. Today painting and demo or class is more of a intermediate type of users and advanced users. If somebody is watching, he can learn something from here also. So this is the more intermediate. Beginners, they can watch it. They can watch it and learn, see how to keep the transparency of the paper, how to help your painting what by deleting, adding some of the stuff out of your painting. I'm using some Payne's Gray, mix it up with my French Ultramarine because I need a little bit dark French Ultramarine. So let's put it here again. Like I said, I need more contrast. So this is a very good chance for me to build some contrast by making these trees bushes dark, keeping all that other stuff. Okay, I think it's enough. I don't want to work too much here because I'm not here for uh, this part of the painting. Let's get some cadmium orange. Let's bring the palette here. Get some cadmium orange. This will be the most of the color I will use, but I'm going to use very carefully because this is the most of the color is in there in the painting. So I will get some lot of color here, lot of water. So I don't need to change the consistency of the color. So because it's just a whole building is this color, right? So I will go get some lot of color mix here, and a little bit French ultramarine, tone it down because this cadmium orange is very sharp color. I don't need that very bright color in my painting. So, and I will put some Naples yellow I have. I don't know if somebody not familiar about the Naples yellow. So there's some manufacturers, Daniel Smith, I'm not sure, but and Da Vinci, I have the Da Vinci one. Da Vinci make a beautiful Naples yellow, and this is made by Van Gogh, so you can use if you want. It's up to you. Let's put this color. Let's start the jewelry work because this is more control type of work here now. I will put some first washes in the building. Here's some more cadmium red, and all right, let's put my reference photo on the screen so I can see better, right? Okay, let's get this. So basically, the whole painting is cut it, keep the stuff, like with a very fine brush. That's what the painting is actually. You just keep it, leave it. Certain stuff you don't want to paint everything, and then again, it's a painting is like more very fine work, right? You can go keep some stuff, use some dry brush mark. You don't need to do a very. I'm working on a wet dry and wet because I need some kind of a control type of marks, right? So washes or just basically, if you can see, I'm doing a little bit doodling here with the watercolor, and this is what the painting is basically. You have to go with the tip of the brush, make sure you have a lot of paint mix up. You don't want to change the consistency of the paint during your painting. You don't want to go mix more color. Mix enough so you can get enough so you can finish the first washes, right? Once you have the first wash done, then you can go and mix more color. But this is the time you don't want to go and mix colors and come back and forth. So this is the That's why I make so much color, so I can at least block the most of the part of the painting. Create some dry brush marks, leaving stuff, not painting, not deleting, not keep the white of the paper, so I can go and create more, work on these small stuff later on. So here, let's put some Naples yellow, change the consistency of my color here because I don't need one color. Sometimes you can see the some of those brick veneer is kind of a little bit, because it's an old building, right? It can kind of fade out and it looks beautiful actually. The old look of that the building. We don't have them. We're disappearing everything slowly, so I don't know how long these buildings will last. So here canopy, I pushed it. Every time you paint something or you do something, you don't want to go and one line is coming from the door and you don't want to get this other line go onto this canopy also, like the edge of the canopy. You want to keep this separate. Otherwise, what happened, it looked like a part of the canopy, the door, like although it looks okay in the reference photo, but it doesn't look good in your painting. So be careful, you don't want to make that mistake. Now these are stones here at something. I will go get some little bit some yellowish type of stones at the edge, and let's do the door step. And I will keep the pole of this the canopy. And now I'm gonna get some my white color also. I'm gonna use some white color in my painting also today, so just not at the end. I will put some here because these stones, I need some beautiful color of these stones also, right, at the edge. And here also I'm gonna use actually some French ultramarine also to bring it that the color of that stone. Some jewelry work again, very fine work with the tip of the brush. If you want, you can use this brush for bigger watches. It works beautiful. And now I'm gonna go get some water. Actually, this floor is more like a neutral gray type and has some color. Let's finish here this type of painting, otherwise it will dry and it will create some problems. So let me finish this part quickly. Figures, you don't want to paint on the figures because these are the most important, not the most important, I say. I don't know why I use this word. It's not very important, but it is a part of your painting. But the focal is the door and the truck. See, I use some Payne's gray. I need some dark color, so I use some Payne's gray. Put it here. Some French ultramarine. A little bit dark color here. A little bit dark on the doorstep. Actually, I put too dark, so I will go and create some dry brush marks here. Right, some bright dry brush mark here, there, here. Okay. There's a puddle here, so I will go create such puddle gone. And this building in the back, I made some windows, as you can see. I don't want that boring building, right? Like it's some kind of a structure in the back, so I don't need the that building sitting. And I will make it a little bit darker, so it helped my painting. So here, sorry, I just put in a dip my brush in French ultramarine because I want to finish this painting ASAP. So I don't want to stuck here. No, let's put yeah, too dark of a color. So I don't need that color. Too dark. That building, you don't want to get too dark. You don't want to get too light because this will be helping my painting also. So here, let's get this done quickly. We don't want to spend too much time here on these stuff, right? And let's leave some white. Basically, what happened, you leaving some white, right? And you are getting some dry brush marks also, right? So these are help. Finally, if I have time, I will render these white stuff. Like just put a dark value against those white edges, and it create a nice illusion of the uneven surface. If somebody familiar about how to, I explain all the time in Toronto in my classes, that is the most important part of your process of your painting. Any medium you work on it, this is the most important, because this is basically what happened. You need to understand how to create uh, like a depth in your painting, the volume, that type of stuff. So if you don't understand that type of stuff, you should work on it. If you want to get master of any medium you work, you should understand how to create the volume, the depth in your painting, right? So here I mix it up too much dark color, so I will go. Every time you have a dark color, you can go make some, put some water in a palette and just mix it up and bring back the lightness of the color, which is change the consistency, right? Here I will put some more. See, the colors start drying already, so I don't want to wait too much. Just let's get this done quickly. Let's get some orange color, and just that building become too dark. Actually, it's a some building, but I made them like a residential building by putting some windows, right? Now there's a green color. I have some Viridian green in my sap green, and this is a Viridian green. That's a sap green I have. I'm gonna get this color. Actually, this color is, I can go straight on this because it works really good. That green color in the background, it matches the sap green very good. So I don't need to mix any other color, I'm not worried about too much, because this is the, I can go mix maybe a little bit cadmium yellow in my sap green and make it more look, give a more fresh look. Get some more sap green, and because I want to control the light also, so keep it a little bit lighter. Here, put it here. The edges I kept it white because I don't need to do later on to make them dark, right? Keeping the truck open. Let's put some here also. Let's put some dark color here at the edge. This person is walking. Let's make him a short because he looked too big. Let's put some bushes here, since I have the green color. Okay, done, right? Let's get some more sap green. How much time we have? Okay, we have a half hour. So this is seemed like a small painting, but it is a big painting, like detail wise. So there's a lot of detail. Okay, let's get the color of the door. That's a magic door. We don't want to make a problem here. Let's get this door done. Beautiful door. Let's get this green color, and the edge of the door, the separation of the door, I will leave it white, so I can use this white. Although I can use it later on, it's not a problem, but just use the white, right? Keep this with the very tip of the brush. I'm gonna go put some, cover the whole thing, because you don't want to leave anything, because this is more focused arch, right? Although it's not there, but I made the arch because we don't want to get these boring pipes in the painting, so I just delete these pipes and make this a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna later on, if I have time, I will put some white color and make these, like those, I don't know what they call, the some lines on the arch of this door. Okay, done. All right, so this is done, and actually I'll pick up some green color from here because we don't want the green color here, right? And all right, so far so good. And there's some green color here also, and the edge of this roof, probably here, maybe. You know what? That's fine. I would just leave it. I'll make a little bit. You know what? Let's put it. Let's put it. And there's the edge here, right? And this will be a dark space here. Let me just go actually right here. So a little bit, let me tone it down. Let me use my lilac color, tone it down that green color, get some more palish type of green color right here. Put it here. Actually, that is a part of the roof coming down. Actually, here. Basically, it's all the way up to here. And that roof is down here, actually, down here. Sorry, I just made a mistake. Let's put it here. And this part is I will delete it because I don't need that green color here, and you can delete it as long as it's wet. I delete it, although it went in the sky, but that's fine. I'll put some white color and get rid of this green color. Although green color is very dangerous color, so you don't want to mess with the green color, so that's fine. I'll make something on the top of the roof and clean it up. Okay, let's go back to the dark color, dark gray color. I will put some dark gray color here on the edge of the roof, and since it's wet, so I will leave it. I'll come back and do it later. I don't want to do right away because otherwise it'll create some problems. So I will just leave it here, put some orange color, like a old look of the roof. Yeah, I don't want to go here. Otherwise, what happened? It create a problem. So let's put some orange color first. And you know what? I will just take this off too. I don't need that green color. That's fine. I don't need that roof to be peeking from here. Okay, so here some green color, a lot of green color in this painting. Sap green, Viridian green, and I'll rag this the window or something at the edge is peeking. You don't want to put too much green color, you don't want to put too much brown color, so you need to keep it balanced in your painting, otherwise the painting will look like a green painting, right? Now I have some painting first. Almost, let me do another wash here on the foreground. Let's get some Naples yellow, tone it down that orange type of look, get some French ultramarine, and then I will put some in the front, that the front of that portion of the painting. Like mix it up in a green color, or you can take it off the green color at the edge. You can push it out anytime you don't need the color. You can just push it out outside your canvas or paper. Let's get some more neutral. These pigeons, I will keep it because I'm going to paint these pigeons later on. Let's go quick because we don't have time. We only have 25 minutes left, so a lot of detail need to be done. I didn't even finish the first washes, so let's get this done quickly. And here there a little bit dry brush marks, right? The beauty Beautiful dry brush marks. Here, put some more, more. We keep it light. I would keep it, honestly, I would just go and I don't want to put this wash here because I can leave it white, it's not a problem. But it will dry, it will become light anyway, so not worry too much. Get these patches off. Let's cut it out a little bit, give this room to get this figures done. Let's get some dark value because we need to get these figures more showing, right? So here, let's put some dark value here, there. The whole painting is a jewelry work basically. It's not a very simple painting. It's just a painting, detail, detail, detail. Let's get some French ultramarine and mix it up with the Naples yellow. Get a beautiful, or you can use the lilac color if you want. Lilac color works very good with the tone it down the all this color, blue color, orange color, right? Dry my brush. Pick anytime you're picking up the color, you need to dry your brush. You need to make sure the brush is all dry. Otherwise, you will put more color into your painting. You don't want to do that. Let's get this all dark. Let me just take off this. I was putting some stuff in the front of these figures, so I don't need to work on these legs and all that, right? But it's fine. I will just keep it. I will just do it, later on. I will keep it. I will paint the legs of these people sitting. Let's get this small work done quickly. That balconies, I erect these balconies. Actually, it wasn't there in the painting, but I erect them, right? Let's put some Prussian blue, get some look of this blue color at the edges. And now let's work on this truck. Actually, the truck needs to be done also because the truck is sitting alone. Let's do the truck. Yeah, clean my paint out of my brush because I need a very light type of color. So let's paint quick because we don't have time. Let's keep some white of the color also because you need some uneven edges, right, on this truck. So I'll keep some white and let's get this, mix it up here. Let's put some dark value because since we don't have time, I will just go render quickly and the bottom part. I get some French ultramarine, mix it up with my beautiful sepia color I have. I need a very dark color. You can get this dark color by mixing any blue color, French ultramarine, the cobalt blue, and ultramarine blue. You can get a beautiful color by mixing these with the sepia color. You get a beautiful, instead of picking up the Payne's gray, you can control your own grays, not just picking up from the palette, right? I mean, from one color, right? You can mix, or you can mix, you can get some Payne's gray and mix it up with the other colors also, like, put some blue in it, all French ultramarine blue, get some more bluish gray, Payne's gray color. If you want a dark, like a brownish gray color, then you put some red color in a Payne's gray, and it will give you a beautiful brownish gray color. You can do that also, which is, I think it's easier, right, to render that type of. You go pick up the gray and put in a gray color, right? here. You know what? I'll leave it here, this truck, because I don't want to go work on the wet into wet because it's a very fine work. So I'll I'll get some cast shadow meantime because this part is dry, and now I'll do some jewelry work here and there, these bricks and all that, right? And let's get these windows done. I want to put some Persian blue in these windows, and I'll come back later and I'll erect these small those grills or something, right? Let's put some French Persian blue, beautiful. Or you can keep some a little bit halfway. You can do that also. You don't need to do the whole blue because the screen can be turned over and halfway. Some people keep it like that. So you just give a little bit look of it, like more interest in your painting, right? And I will put some little bit dark color here underneath, right? Let's keep it half open, right? Here, see that this is the one I asked you to watch. And see the white color here, white, I'm not sure if you can see it, white, all the white, I will put a little bit dark color at the edge. All you have to do just create a bump on the surface, just put a little bit dark color and it create a beautiful uneven surface. That's all you have to do. Just some people they get confused that how to create an uneven surface, right? That's easy. So you see the white here. If I put a little bit dark color on the side, it feel like it's kind of a bump on the surface. You're creating basically uneven surface by just tricking the brain, like what just by doing a brushwork, and it create a nice see that I put a little bit dark color on the edge of this white here, and it create a beautiful uneven surface. So here, let's get some dark color here, so create some more depth in. Now I'm in creating a depth in the painting, right? So actually I will use some, let me use some purple color also. I have a beautiful purple color in my palette made by Van Gogh, called Purple Dusk or something. So might as well use it, like just put on the post or something because we don't have time. We only have very short time. So let's put these things. And lamppost, I will do it later because it needs to be very controlled type of work. Needs to be done here. Let's put some little bit cadmium yellow. Make this lamppost, instead of putting a blue color, I will lit up this lamppost, right? Just put a little bit. And now the window, I will get some Prussian blue. Make sure your brush is very clean as soon as you use the Prussian blue, because Prussian blue is the color that if you mix it up with any other color, it create a problem. It turns into green or some other color because it's a very uh, it's kind of a cool green color, so you don't want to mix, especially the blue color, right? You don't want to mix you can put some French ultramarine in it and make it more stronger. You can do that also, but you don't want to mix the yellow color, yellow brown color. It will create a problem. So there's the shadow in this screen. I will try to create that shadow, which is fine. It looks okay. Not the best, but it's okay. And let's make it this edge trim more like a green. Just put a little bit edge here. Create some more drama in the painting. Let's keep these edges more controlled. And I will get some Payne's gray or maybe a light gray color, create some depth here in this door. right? And then let's put some the planks or whatever on this door, and very strong color, sepia color, beautiful color, but you don't want to get put straight on your painting because it doesn't look very good. It's hard to pick up the color, so you make sure that you don't want to use Payne's gray straight on your painting. Okay, very unwatered mix with the sepia and the French ultramarine, because I need a very strong, very clear marks. Wet into wet, that's how you create some little bit jewelry work on your painting. So here I will go. This lamppost wasn't there, but I created, and let's put some here. Let's get some little bit liquidy type of color. It was too dry. For small doodle work is fine, but for that type of work you need a little bit water in your brush, so you can cover the surface quickly, right? And these windows, let's work on these windows now. So far okay. Let's put some just give some color into these figures. Let them go on. It's all jewelry work. Basically, it's all jewelry work. This on this painting. So if you don't know how to draw, then you need to you have to train yourself for drawing, because this is all drawing, right? You want to make sure that your drawing is good. Oops, I put too much of a dark color. It's okay. I can control it later on. Let's make these windows a little bit more. Let's control this mark. I put it by mistake, the canopy post, right? Let's get this inside. All right, and I will get some. I have a gray color in my. So door doesn't look bad. Door is good. Come out really good. And I will go grab some more sepia color, and I will create these arches here. Just simple marks I created. It's just more interest in your painting, right? At the edge, on the other side of at the this side, so it creates some more volume, more depth into your painting. And here, get some sepia. I should mix a lot of gray color, but I forgot. And you should, if you realize you have to do a lot of dark color in your painting, you should mix a lot of gray color, right? So you can have enough gray color in your palette so you can work on it. Let's finish this roof here. Let's create a little bit depth here, a little bit more control type of washes, a little bit dark here. Create more. Let's finish this quickly. All right, here, these windows. Okay, let's do these windows grills, since I have the black color in my, although it's looks like too dark, but it's okay. I can use the white color, and I can just tone it down a little bit, not a problem. Let's get some dark color. Okay, and let's make some dark beautiful gray color, because I probably gonna need it. So a lot of French ultramarine, and I got a beautiful puddle of the dark color. Now I'm gonna work on these windows. Let's put some Prussian blue, mix it up here. I don't want to mix, and let's put some Prussian blue here on these windows. Actually, you have to be careful because this is the canopy, right? And canopy is yellow, and you don't want to go get your Prussian blue into the canopy because that will make this canopy green. You don't want to get this canopy green, right? You just want to go beautiful yellow color. I'm gonna do it later. I should done it earlier, but it's okay. I can still do it later, not a problem. Let's erect these windows, get these windows done, and let's come to the let's come to the window. Let's get this beautiful cadmium yellow pale hue. I have the deep hue and the pale hue, so let's put this careful. You don't want to go into the blue color, which is the Prussian blue. It create a problem for you, so you don't want to go too far. Keep it in the boundaries. See, a little bit get into the Prussian blue, the cadmium yellow, because it's a more opaque, so it try to create a problem, get into the Prussian blue, right? Now I will leave this part of the painting, and then I'm gonna see the truck is already dry, so I will come and do some jewelry work. That's how you work. That's how you create the you have to go back and forth, come here, come there. Where the painting is dry, then you go there, right? And I'm using the same brush. You can see the 14. It's because this brush has a beautiful tip. And now I can go do some jewelry work here and create the grill of this truck. If you don't want that, you can leave this, no problem. You can just create a dark value. Since although I don't have a time, but I will go create some a beautiful mark, this grill mark, and it create a nice because this is our focal point, right? One of the focal point in a painting. And this part come here. This grill is here, right here, and there's some bumps here. Yeah. And I will put some more dark value underneath, create some more depth, the shadow, and again the windows will has to be. This is such a beautiful object, to work on it. You can work beautiful if you have time. That is the part you want to work carefully on your painting. You go just put some Prussian blue in the windows, like it creating a beautiful shadow from the sky, right? And here this window is more blue, right? And this window is kind of half blue. And so these are the beautiful part of your painting. You can enjoy and create the effect of this sunlight or the light coming from the sky. And this basically this is the reflection of the sky in this window. Basically, if you look at it, it looked like the clouds or whatever the formation of clouds is here in this truck window. Let's put some on the tire side of the tires a little bit more, and then let me work on this gentleman here. And this I was going to go do the Canadian flag here. Just put a Canadian flag. Let's do the lamp post because it's almost kind of dry, so I will go put this lamp post quickly. Right here, some uneven marks on this, and the shadow. The shadow, I don't want to go too harsh, so shadow I'll keep it very light and bring it down here, 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 here. Depends where you want to keep the light. So if you don't want the shadow to be all the way here, you can keep it here and just let it sit here. If the sun is too low and you need to go a little bit more, you can go and create more, like more longer shadows, so it it give you the mood of the painting that the is sometimes it's in the evening, right? And if somebody knows what is this place is, he would know it's an evening scene because it's creating the light is coming from the right, which is the west side, right? And yeah, that's how you tell what time of the day of the painting. Let's do the bike for this gentleman. Let's do the bike and the figure. I'll make him shorter because the bike is getting a little bit small, so I keep his figure short. And then I will work on this lamppost. Although the fancy part of this lamppost wasn't there, but I did it to just to create more interest in a painting, right? You want to see, you want to make sure that you make your painting beautiful, right? Although it wasn't there, but I did it. And here, the lamppost is done. I will come back and do the Canadian flag later on because it's not a, it is important, but I can do it. Let's do the figures. Let's do the figures and quickly all doodle doodle. The hair, let me give him some hair here. The eyes, I will do the other part later. The cups and everything. And let me put some, since it's dry, right? The window, I will put some dark value so I can create some. Here, still wet. I don't want to go there. Still wet. And let's get some nice color, maybe Prussian blue here on his jeans or whatever. Right here, put it there. And this, I will tone it down, the Prussian blue, give him a different type of pants or trouser, whatever you say, you call it. The shoes, the feet here, the feet there. A little bit more control type of sketch, so I will go put some sepia color straight, right? And again, the shadows, the chair legs, one go behind, one go here, and I will put some. Now I'm going to go and create this post of the canopy because I messed it up a little bit, right? And I want to keep it separate from the window edge. You don't want to go straight into the window, it doesn't look very good. And I will get some cadmium yellow and create some more dark, little bit darker by mixing up sepia color in my cadmium yellow, and I will create some type of a little bit more like a shadow or something, right? Control the light on this canopy since it's the paint is dry, so the white paint. And here just put some dark value. There you go. I think this is it. Let's tone it down this a little bit more. I guess too much trim of this window of the door. Tone it down a little bit because it doesn't look really good. Well, more you do, more you get. Find the stuff. You need to stop at some point and say, okay, this is done. I don't want to go too much, and so yeah, you have to stop somewhere, right? See that gray color? I mixed it up so much. Gray color is gone now. Now I will create some shadow. Just even though it's not there, right? I will create some light, maybe this flag post casting some shadows or something, like put some, and then I will definitely create the shadow of this post, so that will give me a chance to bring some more depth into my painting, right? There you go, that's it. You don't want to do too much, otherwise it will show. Right? And since I have the dark color in my palette, so I will create some dark value here at the background, so the figures will be more prominent. Maybe a shadow here for something, just put it if you can handle it. Maybe extension of the shadow here, because I'm assuming the light is coming from this side, right? Let's do the bike person. We'll keep ignoring him. Let's to finish it, and I will get this blend this color here, the blue color, because I make him a little bit shorter. You know what? I would just delete it because it's kind of conflicting with the truck, right? The truck, it doesn't feel like it's far unless I have to put it here, right? So it just I will delete it because it doesn't feel really good for me. So I will delete this person out of my painting, get some white color, put some here, let him go, and create some more. Now here, this part of the painting, I will go create some light. The pose is here, the light is here, so I don't need to do anything. And here, okay, get some white color and put on the edge of this truck, because this truck, we want to make sure the truck looks good. There's a little bit light here, there. I can go get some more red color, right? Cadmium red, and mix cadmium orange, and get some beautiful, more sharper color, and then I can glaze this truck, get some more look to it, and control some more light. So I'll keep this part as a previous color, but I will put some more darker same color here at the this side, so it will create more depth, just work on the dry on wet, so it'll give me a nice beautiful uh, depth into this truck. Let's put on the grill, create more light, and then on the side for sure I will put some here. If I have time in this painting, if I would work, I would definitely do those things to create more, control more light, and create more depth into the painting, right? That's how you create glaze it, put a little bit light color on the dark color, so that will give you a chance to create more contrast in your painting, more depth, more volume into your painting. Here I can put some more dark color here. See, it's so addictive, right? Like I can't leave it here, so I would just keep going, put it. But you need to say goodbye to one part, and if you enjoying too much, just leave it, because you can easily overwork your painting by working too much at one side. Let's get this lamppost. It gets so big, it's so thick. I will just go and just take it off a little bit. That put too much. And let's do the Canadian flag, and let's get a beautiful cadmium red, and that put a little bit cadmium red. Too much water in my brush, so I'll make sure, because the smaller spacing, you don't want to have too much water in your brush. I mean, like, otherwise what happens is spill right on the paper and it create a problem for you. Okay, so here let's get some beautiful cadmium titanium white, and I have to be careful here, because if I spill this white color into the red color, the cadmium red, then I will creating a problem for myself. So here, okay, done. That's it. That's all you need basically. You don't need to do. And I will create a little bit highlight at the edge, because I'm assuming the light is coming from here, right? So here some highlight here on the this. I'm not worried about the other part. Let's put some edge of this roof lit up with the with the light, and this trim, or like just put a light against the dark, create a beautiful depth. And the pigeons, let's go to the pigeons. Poor pigeons left behind, we don't want to do that. Let's get some gray color. I will create this pigeon with the same brush. I'm using the same brush. I have a bad habit. I use the same brush sometime. I don't change it, although it's working fine, right? So I don't want to change it. So I get some Payne's gray straight from the tube, and mineral gray I'm using from, I think it's Daniel Smith or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember the name of the. So the pigeons are more close to the inner foreground, so I will keep them a little bit bigger. That's how you keep them the certain things. That's how you create a sense of perspective, the atmospheric perspective I would call the in your painting. So here, this pigeon is flying here, there. You have to have some kind of a knowledge about the sketching, right? Before you start a painting like that. If you don't have a knowledge, because you need to do a lot of doodling and everything, if you don't know, then it will be a problem. It will be a challenge for you, which you don't want to deal with the challenges. And let's get this pigeon, make it more black. I use the Payne's Gray straight from the tube. Because here, let's tone it down a little bit. Tone it down. One is facing here. You don't want to face every you grouping the and the grouping and placement is very important. If I put four pigeons coming in a line, then it will be a not it doesn't look very good. So you make sure that you have to control that type of work when you do certain things in your painting. You don't want to go and put all these pigeons in one place, right? If I want, I can put another one here, but unnecessarily, right? But I can put it, but because he's too far and not creating that boring composition type of stuff, so I'm okay with that. I can put one here. One is flying, it's coming down, right? So here, and let's get the shadows done because we are assuming the light is coming from here. So just vaguely put the shadows of all the pigeons. And they are sitting on the ground because I didn't make the claws. So what happened? I just keep the shadow a little bit, not at the edge of the body, right? I kept it a little bit here. So it feel like they have the claws also, although I didn't put any claws or whatever. If you want, you can put the claws. And this one is flying, so I would put a shadow here and create the illusion of that it flying is coming down, right? So here, done, done, done. I guess what else? I will put some gray color here. Time is up, and my time is up basically. I will put a little bit, you know what? Let's create more drama. Let's get some nice cadmium yellow. I I just make a little bit mess in my cadmium yellow. I will put a little bit here. I get a clean edge of the cadmium yellow. And here I will go get some white color, put some little bit white color, so tone it down that the cadmium yellow. Let's get some more white color. Let's buy some more 5-10 minutes and let's finish this painting properly. Here at the edge of this lamppost, the bar, and the edge of this canopy, I want to make sure it created depth. And now let's go back to the figures and put the colors and feel like they are chatting or something, right? The figure. You don't need to do very fine work here. You just vaguely explain what's going on, and that's it. although it is a jewelry work again, but you don't want to go too much, right? Let's get some very dark color. I used some Payne's gray mixed with my sepia color, and I will get some dark color at the front of these figures because they are blocking the light, right? Here, let's get this dark here, dark here. Some drinks, let me put some Prussian blue in the drink because we don't want to get this little bit, it's a drink, so here. And with the white, I don't want to do that, but it's okay. Let's put some straws, create some more like mood of the painting, and white at the edge of this roof. I mean the roof, I call it roof. It's windows and actually I try to finish the painting and talking. So I don't know what I'm talking. Here, okay, and let's get some dark color. Let's get some purple color, like let's bring some purple color also in my painting. Beautiful. And I will put some here, some there. Okay, and let's get some edges of this. Actually, I put very dark color up here, so I would just go get this off because I try to, without realizing the inside part of the canopy, I was putting a very dark color, not a very good idea. So I will just get some purple dust from Van Gogh, and I will create that. Just put a little bit dark color so it create a nice depth, the volume, and here more guiding lines create a more the directional, like what the shape of this object is, and I guess I would have to stop now. I guess this is painting is almost finished. Now I'll do one more thing. I will go get this Canadian flag, make it more brighter. Because it was more watered down that the wash I put it, so I'll keep it, and I'll put some that maple leaf also here. Just vaguely, you don't need to do a very fine work or something. Just vaguely put it, and yeah, that's it. I guess let's lift some colors here because it's sound like it feel like too dark. And although it's the edge of the roof, right? So I will get this color lifted up, and a little bit here the grill of this window. I put the white color, but I forgot to put the dark value again, the white, so it creates some depth into this window. All right, all right. I think not bad. Painting is almost done. I will put a little bit dark value at the edge of this lamppost. I have a little bit. We buy a time, 5 minutes, and oh, it's 15 minutes already. So lift some colors, and let's talk about the painting quickly. All right, let's talk about, and I will zoom it in. Let me go to my software. I was looking at this. So it's a big painting, right? Like, although it looks small and it just very. Let me see. There's some comments. Let me go to my YouTube channel and see what comments are so I can answer. Okay, here. Oops, again. I don't have the chat open, so I will go and let's answer question quickly. All right. Because the chat is, I think chat is off or something on my channel for some reason. Okay, let's delete. Oh, I don't see any questions here in the chat. So I'm sorry the chat is turned off for some reason, right? But I will answer if you have. Let me check. Please ask me a question here. You know what? That's fine. I will catch up later. Okay, so here let's get this painting in the focus, and I will go and let me zoom in. All right, let's get the palette off, get the white color off from here, and because so we can talk about discuss a little bit about the painting, and then we will move on, and we'll close the session, right? Here, let's do this. Okay, bring it here. Let me take this picture off. Okay, the picture is in the way, and let's zoom in. Okay, this is. I think this is fine. Here. So that is the basically this is the final painting, right? And we don't wanna, like I said, I work really loose in this painting. You can sit down. You can because I'm not looking the painting from the front. You can see the truck is kind of a little bit not drawing is not the best, but because I'm sitting here, so I'm looking the paper not from the front, is more like sitting on my desk, right? So, but anyway, let's talk about. So there was no light in the reference. So I create the light on my own. You have to, if you don't like it, you don't need to do that. You can just keep it whatever it was like. Like it was a little bit light, but I create more light, right? So I get it like a sunset or something. I create the long shadow, which explain that the sun is on the horizon almost, right? A little bit above, maybe 4 or 5 p.m. And the figures, you don't need to explain too much, just a little bit, right? And the canopy, these are the beautiful part of the painting. You wouldn't want to miss that chance to beautify your painting. The lamppost, this lamppost, beautiful lamppost. Although I can put these monuments or these the what do you call the hangings? I guess it's a special name for it. I forgot. Anyway, I just purposely I left them behind because these are the things, and I see the wind. I put a Canadian flag here, and it's just waving on the left side because we wanna check. We wanna bring everything, whatever possible, to beautify your painting, right? And it's a very iconic place of Toronto, right? So we wanna bring the Canadian flag, and the lampposts are like a little bit yellow, create more drama. Lights are come on in the evening. I can leave it blue if they're turned off. I can leave it blue, but I purposely put some cadmium yellow. And the building behind, it was such a boring building, right? I don't want to get this. So I create a little bit balconies and windows to create more interest. And then I remove the bike, the garbage cans over here, some plants are here. I need to see this door, right? We want to see the truck and the door. We don't want any obstruction on these two things, right? So the people are sitting, people look more busy, people, I mean, like painting look more busy, and the pigeons in the painting bring some more, like active painting, and it looks beautiful. That so these are the stuff you want. I because of the bike person was too small as compared with the truck, although I should put it here somewhere and the background beside the flag, so then it will look smaller, but it was too close on the same plane of the truck. So what I did, I deleted. I don't want that to be in my painting. You can delete it also. You can put some titanium white or whatever. Arches I created a little bit because of the light is coming from here. The lamppost casting some shadow, I put it. And yeah, the green color I mix it up with the viridian and the sap green. If you don't know what green is that, and you can see a lot of cadmium orange, cadmium yellow, sepia, French ultramarine, Prussian blue, cadmium red, cadmium yellow, pale hue, and deep hue. I use both of them in my painting. And yeah, so gray color, I use some Payne's gray also. Payne's gray, it give you quickly get a gray color, and you can make it a bluish gray by mixing a ultramarine, French ultramarine, or cobalt blue, or you can make it more warmer gray color by mixing a cadmium red in it, or cadmium yellow if you want. Cadmium yellow, what it does, it make it Payne's gray green. So if you want a dark green color, you can use the Payne's gray and the cadmium yellow. It give you a nice dark green color, which is right here. Okay, so I hope it explained certain things for you, and the light, the white of the paper, and the transparency, layering, glazing. All this is about this watercolor, right? And this not every watercolor. And if you are working on acrylic or oil, same thing apply and there. Sketching and drawing is the most important. You should understand how to create, how to draw first, either with the pencil or with the brush. So if you finishing a painting, you want to do some doodling, then you should know how to draw. If you don't know how to draw, then it will be a challenge for you. So go get this drawing and sketching skill to make sure you are, have more control, and then you can go and sketch your painting, and then do the layering and mixing colors and washes and graded wash and hard edges, soft edges, all that stuff. Control the light and the proportion. So proportion, drawing, right? Drawing, proportion, light, texture. When you create the light, you need to understand how to texture, create the texture. And if you're working on the color, then you should know the chemistry of colors, how to mix and how to tone it down, how to get the consistent, change the consistency of one color, right? Make it darker, lighter. Okay, so I will finish this class here today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you learned something from the class. Please subscribe the channel if you don't subscribe it yet. Bring more friends, so help the channel so I can upload more video, and we can have more fun on it's every Sunday from 10 to 11. And yeah, so please and like the video and leave the comments in the chat, so I can answer your question. Like if you didn't understand or you catch up later, I will explain everything for you. Okay, anyway, have a great weekend. I will see you next week. Like I said, today is the last session, so I will review the subject matter next week, and I will see you in the next week in next demo, a video. And from now, everybody, bye now.